12 p.m. here. It's 11 p.m. Pacific time. Woohoo! Midnight. All right, thank you.
This is not just a U.S. repeater system, is it?
Correct. Correct. We're pretty much worldwide. We're across the nation. Got Israel, Japan, Germany, just a lot of places. And you can find us on the website. Repeaters listed on the website are just repeaters that are full-time affiliates, are our own, meaning they're connected all the time. So there's a little bit of confusion there. You say, I thought you had one in Germany. Well, in Germany, repeaters there almost all the time, but it's not an affiliate, so you won't see it on our website. Visit our website, tons of information. Every Friday night we have a tech net. It's a worldwide tech net. We try to have people there to answer any ham radio related question whatsoever. That's every Friday evening. We also have a swap net, which is again nationwide. So if you're trying to sell or trade or buy or purchase equipment, used equipment, come and join our net, because you won't find a bigger trade net anyplace. Our system is huge, so it gives you a chance to sell something to someone in Hawaii. We have permanent repeaters in Hawaii, Florida, Washington, Oregon. Gosh, I can't name them all. So.
And you said it was going to be short. Thanks a lot, Steve. See what I mean? Go talk to Steve, and he'll give you all kinds of information. If you're wondering where he is, go to the welcome tent and keep heading down the road about 100 feet, and you'll see the pop-up canopies down there, and that's Steve's group in the rigs. Let me see, I did that. Pets. If you're walking your dogs, please carry a little poopy bag with you, because we don't like to step in those things. Some of us have like Vibram soles, lug soles on our shoes. I don't. I was smart and I wore slick soles so I could wipe my feet off. But yeah, we don't want to step in that kind of stuff. Also with dogs, if you have a male dog, when you come over to the welcome tent or past any of our signs, please don't let your dog pee on them. We have to handle those when we pack them up and put them away when we bring them out here. People don't want urine on their hands, so please watch your dogs and where they go. Rick, W7RAP, you're up. Rick is not very well known in these here parts. He is our Arizona section, ARRL section manager for Arizona. I already said Arizona, didn't I? That was twice. He's double director, or yeah, manager. Never mind, I didn't say that. And he's also going to be in charge of our cast iron cooking. Okay, here's Rick.
Hi guys. And those of you that are out of Arizona, hands up please. Outstanding, great. Well, welcome to Arizona. I don't just represent ARRL in this state, which is only about 25% of the hams. I represent all 23,000 hams here in the state. We're growing like a weed. They don't know what to do with us back in Newton because the incredible increase in the number of hams in this state is really heartwarming for all of us hams. This is one of the few states, we're the 9th largest ham population state in the United States, but moreover, we're the 2nd largest per capita in the United States for number of hams versus number of people, for those of you who read that group. We're one of the few states, unlike our states next door, where instead of being kicked out of amateur radio emergency sites, our governor visits our sites and shakes hands with the hams, and I'm really proud of that. You got to give it to a governor that's like that. And we, of course, on our state legislature, two of the chief people in our state legislature are hams. That really, really helps us out. Anytime anything goes wrong, we're the first to know. Okay. Okay, let's see. I sent out a picture of last year's closing ceremony. This is even bigger, but I sent it out day before yesterday to all of the directors and all of the head people at ARRL headquarters with a little note that says, oh, by the way, if you don't have a specialty event conference and have over 1,000 people and all week long and every day 3 simultaneously sets of presentations going on, you don't even stand a candle. And I got so many. So then I sent it out yesterday. We have a brand new common website with all just the section managers, and I sent it out to 61 section managers, and I got 47 replies. They really, really understand what we're doing, and they really are thinking about the same kind of idea. But for sure, we're doing a great job. Let's see. Tonight, I mentioned to Chris that she said that there's an opening tonight for some talk, and of course one of my other hobbies among 50 others is amateur astronomy, and I have a really great presentation on how amateur astronomy has changed in the past 10 years due to Hubble. And if you're at all interested and don't understand what astronomy is today, it's totally different from when you and I grew up. It has totally changed, and it's fabulous. It's just really infecting. So be sure to come over. I think is it over here, Chris? Area 3. Okay. All right. Monday, I'll be giving a talk over here in the closed-in white tent on how to pass the hand exam. This is great. If you're new, if you're non-technical, if you don't think you're going to pass the first time on passing the ham exam, please be sure to come over. I'll be answering questions as well, but I'll walk you through a procedure that really helps convince you that there's a method to the madness of getting through the ham exam the first time. And especially if you fail, be sure to come. All right, Tuesday, cast iron. I sent a picture along with all of the other things back to the headquarters about the elk chili, and that got the most responses from the board of directors. But Jeannie has made a huge pot, one of her big cast iron pots, 14, Griswold's 14, for those of you who don't know what that is. That's about a $300 or $400 skillet. And so we're going to have that. That's elk chili that's really, really good. It's not hot. It's just right for everybody, I think. It's very rich and flavorful. So we're going to split it up into 4 different batches. And so those of you who are far back in line, don't worry. You'll get a chance to get some elk chili too. Okay? We know what we're doing because we had to do that with Phobos too. You remember that? Okay. We're going to be doing those. We got a question. Go ahead. Chris, are we taking donations for the potluck? No, just to make your donation at the welcome booth and make your donation. Okay, I was going to talk about that next. Yes, this is a potluck, okay? And remember that Roy is not going to be here this year with his brisket, so we're counting on people besides Jeannie, my wife, Casey7GRP, to bring main dishes, okay? So think about a main dish that you can bring, and think about the fact that we would like to not necessarily just have all of the dishes out and the first 100 people in line get everything. So think about bringing them in a couple of different pots. One of the things we would like to have this year more of, last year Chris had Lynn come over, and she had never done cast iron cooking before, and says, what can I do? And we said, well, why don't you make some cornbread? She made the most delicious cornbread, totally green, never done it before, fabulous cornbread. So we need people to think about bringing cornbread to the table. So if you're thinking about it, make it cornbread. Okay, Friday. On Friday, my boss, Dick Norton, actually director of the Southwestern Division, will be here straight from the board of directors meeting where they're going to be this week. And there's lots of things happening, and I'm sure you're all ready to dig on dig in on the 3 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz band plan issue and see where they're going with that. But Dick's the right guy to ask. I mean, he's as good as you can get as far as national exposure directly to the FCC, other than, and I'll cover that in just a minute on the UMA convention, the fact that Riley Hollingsworth is coming out. He's the former director of the enforcement division of the FCC. He knows everything that the FCC does and how they do it. So Riley's coming. So I'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, Saturday, going to have the VE testing. Oh, I forgot to mention on Friday morning, before Dick gives his talk at 10, at 9 o'clock, I'll be over in the white tent giving you an update. Those of you from Arizona that want to see what we did for the past year, how really great year we've had, and really bodes well for next year. We've got a lot of new venues and new activities going on. Let's see, Saturday we're going to be giving ARRL VE testing. I know Gordo's going to be giving the Wednesday exam session, and I'll be helping over there because I carry a 5YI and a bunch of other badges. But also on Saturday we'll be testing over in this area over here. We'll have the new tent, which replaces the tent that blew down last year. So I brought a new one this year. Let's see, Ray Novak, thank you. My 7610 that I got because you called HRO and told them to lower the price of my number. And I love that radio. I just totally love that radio. And Ray was here last year, and I wasn't going to get one because it cost too much. And I pleaded with Ray. And he called HRO, and I picked it up on my way home. And I love that radio. It's just fantastic. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, a quick advertisement for the Yuma Ham Fest, which is in less than 3 weeks now, right down the road here, down 95. It's going to be really great this year. As I mentioned, one of our featured speakers, the featured speaker, is Riley Hollingsworth. You don't want to miss that one. Riley's going to be here, and he's going to discuss exactly the first thing he's going to discuss. He's the head of the new volunteer monitor program, and he'll explain the reason why we developed the program and the reason why the old OO program went away. And there's a lot of ins and outs of political machinations that you have to understand. But it's a very interesting talk. And then on top of that, 10 o'clock at night, if you can believe it, we're going to have a wolf horn ceremony there. That is a lot of fun, and if you've never been to one, it's the Royal Order of Amateur Radio Society, and you get a little pin from me for attending it, but it's a ceremony that we go through, and we kind of just ask you to put up your hand and swear that you're going to be a good guy on the air. But it's a lot of fun. It's a spoof. It's a spoof, but it's a lot of, yeah. Hey, see? Yeah, you better be there, because I want you on the panel. Okay, finally, and also we'll have 3 directors from ARRL. So 3 of the directors will actually be there, as well as a number of vice directors and 6 or 7 section managers. So we're going to be staffed pretty heavily. I'll be kind of the low man on the totem pole, but we will run a special event station. W1AW, got Joe Garcia to agree to let me monitor or let me drive that in action. And so we will have 3 stations running simultaneously all day long, right in the hub of things, right near the, you know, where the Murphy's Pizza place is. You know where we'll be, because we want to be able to reach over and grab a pizza when they're not looking. So we will have 3 different stations. I'm going to put in a request here right now. That we need somebody to run the digital station. I have the radio, we have all the hardware, but I need somebody to come and run the 7600 in digital mode. So if anybody wants to come to, just contact me and we'll put you on the list. Right? Joe Garcia back in ARRL has to know who it is. And let's see, about to the, oh yeah. Okay, I guess we're in pretty good shape here. Chris, you want to use the cobweb antenna if we can, and we'll make sure you get lots of advertising.
I don't know if we have anybody to be able to bring it down there. It'll be in our storage shed. Okay. Let's talk to Neil about that. do D-Star? How many of you know what D-Star is? How many of you do operate D-Star? Would you believe there's a new repeater here in Quartzfest or Quartzsite? AC, come on up. N4SVD.
Oh!
You gotta have the microphone.
Do I need a microphone?
You need a microphone.
Hey, I'm just over there talking to Ray about that 7610. Well, not actually. But I did make a cash offer on the 7610 last night. Been waiting for the guy to respond. I guess it must not have been good enough, but he's got a beautiful radio. Maybe one of y'all have already made him a better offer. Well, anyway, I got a few things here on my list. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think it was, Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Here I am. Okay. Have you ever seen somebody that was just so beautiful you just wanted to just go up, just give them a great big old hug? I mean, they're just so beautiful. Well, that happened to me this morning. It's so beautiful. I was gonna give a big old hug. I bumped my head on the mirror 3 times. Oh, I did. Oh yeah. Well, it don't hurt to say it did. All right. Did anybody, I know y'all are out here going to spend a lot of money. Did anybody, I know you've heard this, and if you have, just, anybody lose a roll of $100 bills? A big fat one with a red rubber band around it? I just found your rubber band over there by my truck. But there weren't no $100 bills in it. Oh well, okay. How many of you, Ray's over here, Ray Novak, he's with ICOM, so y'all be nice. How many have used D-Star, liked D-Star, saw a D-Star, whatever? Raise your hand. I just want to see. There's quite a few out there. Well, Gene Pentecost, W4IMT, in Boise, Idaho, installed a D-Star repeater up there on the mountain. And it stayed up there for a year or two, and he decided that he needed to take it down because of the cost of maintenance of it being in the building, the cost of rent, and et cetera, and the internet. So it wasn't getting as much traffic as he thought it might. But anyway, he took it down. I heard that he was getting rid of it through a birdie. And I called him up and said, hey, I hear you getting rid of your D-Star repeater. He said, yeah. He said, and I was wondering what I was going to do with it. Now I know it's yours. All I had to do was go up there to Boise, Idaho and pick it up. Now, if you think you're too old to get into D-Star, W4IMT Gene Pentecost is 92 years old. He's the one that got me in D-Star some 15, 20 years ago. And he installed that up there with another gentleman, and they put that equipment up there, and he maintained it. He's 92, and he's having a ball. In fact, he just bought him some type of a small unit so he can still get on D-Star, even though that particular repeater is not there anymore. All right, I'm going to rush this thing up. I just wanted to give W4IMT Gene Pentecost KC0CAT. That would be Jerry here. Him and his wife own the pet patio. So if you got a pet, you need a new leash or a dog bowl or what have you, go to the pet patio there at Tyson Wells. He's the one that bought the tower over at Rice Ranch. That's got the 80-foot tower. Well, my antenna, D-Star repeater, can tell you, is about 50 feet up there. I haven't had time to move it. It's on the north side of the tower. If it was on the west side, I'd get more coverage down here with HTs, and I'd get more coverage to the west and to the north. But anyway, I tried since last October to get my